Hey baby, you want to stick your pee-pee in my hoo-ha? You know you want to. Today we're discussing talking dirty and why you should practice it. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and stop whatever you're doing right now and hit the subscribe button and also the follow button so you get notified the next time we have a video, because we're going to be talking about all of the different things in my spice kit, and talking dirty are one of those things in the spice kit to help keep my relationship spicy. Because remember, I've been with the same human for almost 20 years, and so to keep things hot, sometimes you gotta add spices. And I don't know about you, but I wasn't taught a sexy word to call my lady bits. Pee-pee, vagina. A lot of women call their vagina with like pride of, you know, like they're using like the technical term, the scientific term. But sister, did you know that the etymology of the word vagina means sheath? Yes, sheath. Do you know what a sheath is? A sheath is the thing you stick the sword into. A sheath is a thing that's empty if not being filled by a sword. If your vagina isn't being filled by a cock or a penis, pretty much means it's empty, which is fucking stupid, right? My pussy is so much more magical and has so much more to offer, even when there's not a cock inside of it. It can experience so much pleasure without a cock at all. And so, first of all, it's not empowering for the woman to describe that which calls her woman as something that is empty, if not being filled by a cock. So one thing I realized early in my relationship with my husband, that I didn't have a word to use in the bedroom to talk about my anatomy that was empowering, because I called it my vagina or my vajayjay, which none of those sound sexy, right? Hey baby, you want to stick your fingers in my vagina right now? That doesn't sound sexy, is it? So over the last several years, I studied the etymology of a lot of the different words that are used to describe the female anatomy, which I have a video about that, which I'll link in here. But I found that I really like the word pussy. It makes me feel confident and maybe a little bit naughty whenever I use the word. And believe it or not, guys appreciate using our communication prowess in the bedroom if we're doing it in a sexy manner. No one wants to hear you talk about your hoo-ha or your vagina. No one wants to hear you talk about your shopping list or your to-do list. But you know what your partner does want to hear you say or share? What's going to turn you on? What's going to make you feel good? And if you don't have words to describe what turns you on or what feels good, all you're doing is expecting your partner to read your mind. And that's too much freaking pressure. So sisters, I'm going to encourage you to start to practice talking dirty. But it doesn't mean that you have to use words that make you feel vulgar or make you feel less than empowered. So it takes practice finding the words that make you feel empowered. So before I brought dirty talk into the bedroom, do you know what we did? We brought dirty talk to the date night dinner table, where across the table from each other on a date, we practice saying things sexy to each other, things that we might like each other to do to us in the bedroom. Is when we're talking about it with each other, we're practicing saying them out loud when we're not naked. And when you're naked, you're vulnerable. And who wants to try something on new when you're vulnerable? So it's a way for you to practice without being in that vulnerable position. And you know what else is? Foreplay. If you're sitting talking dirty to each other across the table at dinner, guess what you're gonna wanna do? Jump each other's bones when you get home, right? Of course. So sisters, I encourage you to start practicing trying on different words to speak to your anatomy. What words do you like to use to your breasts? I like to call them my titties in the bedroom. I don't call them my titties when I'm talking about them to my breasts, to my friends, maybe not. I use the word cock in the bedroom. When I talk to my sons about their penis, I use the word penis. Penis isn't sexy in the bedroom. I like to play with a cock in the bedroom, not a penis, because it's sexy and it turns me on. So sister, if you want to be an empowered woman, practice using your voice for the things that you want. And don't be ashamed for the things that bring you pleasure. Practice using your words. Your partner will thank you. And please you. Come back next week. We'll continue this conversation again. Namaste.